Hi. Hi.
Hi, kids. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Judy. I'm Judy. I'm Judy.
I'm Judy Kahn, and I have been cooking since I was 8 years old.
Hi, kids. Today we are going to make something really great. It's a special recipe of my grandma Rose Hindus, and my mother also made this, and she loves this recipe. It's Jewish rice pudding. It's not like your standard creamy rice pudding. It's Jewish rice pudding. So anyway, these are going to be the people that are going to help me.
Yeah.
Noah and Hannah.
Yeah, this is Hannah. She's Safta's granddaughter.
And your sister.
And my sister, yeah.
Yes. Hi, I'm here too.
Okay. Hi. All right, so here are our very simple ingredients. We have whole organic milk. We have pasture-raised eggs, brown eggs. We have regular granulated sugar. We have raisins. We have butter. We have cinnamon. And we have organic brown rice, long grain brown rice. And those are the ingredients. Okay, the first step is that we have to put 2 1/4 cups of water in a pot with our 1 cup of the long grain organic brown rice.
Do you always use brown rice after? Or is
This
there...
recipe that my grandmother uses is only brown rice. My grandmother was really ahead of her time for somebody that came over here in the late 1800s. She was extremely into healthy food, so I think that's why she made the rice pudding with the brown rice, because she listened to a guy in the radio. His name was Carlton Fredericks. He had a food and nutrition show on the radio, and she listened every single day to that program. Wow. She was very ahead of her time. Okay, so we're just going to bring this to a simmer. We're going to cover it and bring it to a simmer. As soon as it comes to a boil, we'll lower the heat and we will cook it until, probably we'll cook it for about 20 minutes. And then I'll explain the next step after that. The only thing you really can do in advance is just get the custard mixture ready, which is just 3 eggs with 1 1/4 cups of whole milk. And I'll mix that. And everything else you do right after the rice is totally cooked. That's it. So I'm just gonna mix the 3 eggs together with the 1 1/4 cups of whole milk. Okay, it's ready. Okay, so the rice is done. Pretty much absorbed all of the liquid. And now I am just greasing this very old-fashioned Pyrex dish. That was my mother's. I love this dish for making the rice pudding and also for making my smaller macaroni and cheese casserole. Okay. So I'm doing that. Okay, that's done. Next thing is that I have to put a chunk of butter into the rice. I want to just tell a story while I'm doing this. So like I said, this was my grandmother's, just as a chunk. So it's about like that. This recipe was my grandmother Rose's, my mother's recipe. And my grandfather, William, he had a dress factory in South River. That's where my mother grew up. And every day, my grandfather went home for lunch. My grandmother would make a full course meal for my grandfather. And when my Uncle Nat, my mother's brother, after he graduated from college, he went into the business, the dress factory business, the dress business, with my grandfather. So my Uncle Nat also went home for this delicious lunch. My grandmother was a great cook. Like I said, this was one of the dishes that my grandmother made. I'm sure it was just a side dish. And I know that my grandfather and my Uncle Nat loved this. And then my mother told me that when I was starting to make this, that I should bring it over to my Uncle Nat because he loved it so much. So I started making it occasionally for my Uncle Nat. And I would bring it over to my Aunt Sally and Uncle Nat's house, and my Uncle Nat would be so happy. Okay, there is, just gonna get a wooden spoon. So there's the sugar. I'm trying to cool down the mixture before I put the eggs in. And I can do this by mixing in the sugar. So I don't want the eggs to get cooked. So I'm mixing that, and now I am going to put in a bunch of cinnamon, probably about a teaspoon. I'm gonna smell it soon to see if it smells cinnamony enough. And now I am going to add, I'll just add a little bit of the milk and the eggs to sort of temper the hot mixture. I don't think it's gonna cook the eggs because there's all that milk. So I really don't think it is going to be a problem. Okay.
That looks delicious.
See how it's sort of like the noodle kugel? Okay, there we go.
So Safta, I saw
Yeah.
that your channel recently just hit 100 subscribers. Congratulations.
Oh, it's amazing. It's so nice. Very happy that people are watching. Sort of surprised that they're liking it, but I'm very happy to anybody that is watching it, and they should definitely try these recipes. They just need to go to my website, judysrecipeconnection.com. Once you go, you're going to see it's not a commercial website at all. I don't try to make any money off of it. It's just something that's there for my kids, so that they can always find my recipes easily when they want to make them.
Safta, do you want to tell the funny story of what happened when someone tried to make your mac and cheese after watching your video?
Oh yeah, so one of my relatives' kids actually was very excited to make my macaroni and cheese, which called for 2 cups of elbows, which is basically 8 ounces, because 1 box of elbows is a pound, and that is like 4 cups of elbows. Well, my first cousin Bobby's daughter Zoe, she put in 2 pounds of elbows.
That's a lot of elbows.
It did not come out. It was horrible. So yes, so I felt bad that when I made that video, I did not specify a half a box or 8 ounces. I just said 2 cups.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not going to be too heavy with the raisins because I don't know how many raisins my grandkids really want to have. But if you like raisins, definitely add more. You can also add the golden raisins instead.
I like the golden raisins.
You like the golden raisins more? I have to smell. Okay, I think I decided that I need more cinnamon. Okay.
Do you ever put like a topping on this?
No.
Only the cinnamon.
No, doesn't need anything. Okay, it's going in. Going in the oven.
Oh yeah, what did you preheat the oven to, Safta?
375, and it's going to be about 50 minutes. I'll check it after 50 minutes.
Okay, see you then.
Okay, it's been about actually an hour and 10 minutes, and I've checked it a few times and it's done. It's sort of browned around the edges and the cinnamon on the top, you can see that. And now let's dish it out. Okay, do we use a spoon or do we use a spoon? Okay. Usually I let it cool for a little bit before, but.
That looks delicious. Hannah, what do you think of it?
I think it looks great.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's try it. It's a little hot.
And then we'll do another ranking.
No, we can say like
It might
out
have
of
to
10,
blow
okay.
because it's like definitely hot. Blow. Whoops.
Whoops.
Whoops. Whoops.
Anyway, do you want to hear a funny story?
Sure.
So we were just on the couch watching that movie, and then I looked on my phone and saw that we had hit 100 subscribers.
Oh, wow. Whoops. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, you think we're good with blowing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mmm.
Mmm. Mmm.
Mmm.
Really, really good. You kids probably don't even remember ever having rice pudding.
I know. This.
The raisin?
Raisin.
What do you think?
I love it. Amazing.
Does it taste like noodle cocoa to you?
No.
Similar?
No.
No? What does it taste like?
I've actually cooked a little bit. Okay, Safta, what do you rate it out of 10?
For rice pudding, 9 out of 10. If not. Yeah, 9 out of 10 I would say.
Hannah?
9.5.
I give it a 9 as well.
9.
Mmm.
Not too sweet, right?
Yeah.
Your rice still has like a bite to it. You taste the cinnamon? Did you get any raisins? I didn't get any raisins.
I did.
Do you like it with the raisins or without?
Yeah, with the raisin.
What about you?
Well, I haven't had it without, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
that's it. It's alive! It's alive!